I pledge allegiance to your dad, because that's about as much as you get about pledging allegiance to a flag. Let's talk about our country on the birth of its independence, the 4th of July, the facade that it may be. Okay, so happy 4th of July to everybody. I hope your weekend is going amazing. I hope you're grilling out, having some amazing food, hitting the beach, hanging out at a park, spending some time with the family, as we all should. But this holiday is also kind of filled with some plot holes, so I thought it would be kind of unique to talk about them and figure out what exactly does Independence Day mean. It's also kind of funny that Independence Day Resurgence is coming out this weekend, with all of the talk of other people who are interested in learning about these conspiracy theory ideas when it comes to extraterrestrial life and alien technology and what our government has hidden from us, because a lot of people in that community believe that there's going to be a false flag war represented in the skies amongst the world soon, like coming up soon, with our government using psyops programs that are actually, you can Google them or you can look on YouTube. There's these really cool things where it's almost like a computer screen on the sky, where something's projected up there and it's an image that can be 3D, like it can really fuck with your mind. So there's all these things, and I'll do a video more on the like psyops projects that they're working on and stuff, and they've demoed them to groups of people, and you can watch these videos. It's insane, the stuff that they can do. They can literally project a person into the sky and it looks fucking real. So many people project that the elite around the globe might stage this extraterrestrial battle, which forces the people into fear and believing a one world government might be the answer, and to you know what, there's a lot of theories. So I'm just putting it out there on Independence Day, because as far-fetched as that may sound, they're doing it subliminally with the movies, the music, everything that's coming out. I mean, Independence Day Resurgence is not coming out right now on coincidence. Like, this stuff is heavily monitored, and you don't have to believe that. I think that's unique. I'm not trying to make anybody worried or fear it or think that it's stupid or silly or something that everybody's out to get you. I'm just saying, like, kind of look into it, be aware of it. It's kind of cool. Also, just some random facts that people don't understand. Like, on this weekend, everybody boasts about, like, be American and drink your Budweiser and drive your Jeep. But people don't understand that, like, Budweiser was bought out and brewed now in Belgium, and Jeep was bought out and manufactured in 5 different continents. However, it's manufactured by China. So America doesn't stand for what you think America stands for. And that's really what I wanted the topic of this video to be. What is America? What do we stand for? What are Americans these days? Because right now, I have to say myself, I don't feel proud calling myself an American. I don't think it's something to be proud of saying you're from America. I think it's something that happened. You know what I mean? Like, I've just learned so much about how just because somebody's born in a location they're born to on this globe helps describe how they'll be treated throughout the rest of their life, or how their privilege will be affected throughout the rest of their life. I mean, don't get me wrong, age and skin color and gender have a lot to do with it as well, but just simple location of where you're born deciding how well off your life may be, that's not fair. And many people take it into their own hands to change it, and I get that, but we as Americans don't make that easier for anyone. And I just think that's so sad. We used to be this country that invited the poor and the hungry and the destitute, and now we're like, ew, no, go back to your third world country. Like, even myself as a kid, you were raised to be like, go back to your country when somebody didn't mesh with you, when somebody was a different skin color or spoke a different language, and you were like, this is America, you speak English. And just these entitled white kids, myself included, walking around thinking we knew what the world was, thinking we knew what America was, and we had no fucking idea. So honestly, I just wanted to call attention to that. We as Americans, what do we do for the world? We go to 9-to-5 jobs, we complain a lot, we eat a lot of shitty, greasy, GMO-filled food, we're sedated, filled with fluoride, and we follow our leadership thinking we're the best country in the world. But are we? Wouldn't the best country in the world be sharing its profitability? Wouldn't the best country in the world, with plenty of food and a robust power structure of income, wouldn't we be making sure the rest of the world was fed and housed? I mean, honestly, if we're the best nation in the world, why aren't we acting like it? If we were high school, we would be a bully. We are the bully of the world, and it's not fair for us to think that we're this amazing nation of people, that we're so kind and giving. We're not. Even the ones that aren't enough. Like, we need to do more. We need to unite as Americans and realize that everybody around the world is an American. It's human. It's people looking for freedom and independence and justice. Like, that's really all America's sentiment was ever meant to be, to help one another. We're a land of people who unite and overcome. We ran from fucking England, fought those bastards, and until they dragged us back into this bank bullshit, we were free. America was one of the few lands that had free people on it for a time. Granted, we don't know how free, because the shit I'm learning about Abraham Lincoln and George Washington, trust, they were not the nice guys you grew up thinking, okay? But that's also, it's the stuff I'm learning. Learn about America. Watch Oliver Stone's The True History of America. Brilliant. Will crack your brain wide open. Also, his son, Sean Stone, amazing, amazing documentary worker. And he also has a show on YouTube. I forget what it's called. I want to say it's Breaking the Set. He's amazing. He works with Abby Martin a lot, and people like Russell Brand and Joe Rogan. All of them. All these people are incredible sources of real information about America's true past. Jesse Ventura, another one who was actually the governor of my state back home, Minnesota. An amazing guy, an amazing truth seeker. And people like this, they're being vilified, but don't buy into it. Don't buy into it. Who cares? Some old, saggedy-bald white man is calling these young freedom thinkers conspiracy theorists. Who cares? Who cares? Like, if people are calling you a conspiracy theorist, who the fuck cares? They're living in a dream. They're living in something that's going to turn a nightmare soon. Like, for real, we're not paying attention. So much shit has gone so awry in the past decade because we're all aloof. We have no idea what to look out for, and we have no idea what to hold on to that was good about this country, because it's being bulldozed right in front of our faces to pave the way for the elite, to have it the way they want it, to take away all of our securities, all of our privacies, all of our rights and liberties, and to mold us into these factory soldiers that do whatever they want, promote, support our troops. Meanwhile, what does that fucking mean? Support our troops. Support our troops who are being told by some fucking deranged psychopath fascist leaders to go over and kill people because they're not the same skin color or they don't believe in the same fucking religion? No. Don't blindly support your troops. That's not American. Honestly, the Constitution says no standing army. What the fuck? We think we're American. We're so far from it. We're fucking communist Russia back when Americans hated them. Like, we are exactly who we used to hate. And that's real. I don't care if you don't believe it. It's fucking real. But anyway, I hope you enjoy your hot dogs and your hamburgers and your freedom fries and your Heinz ketchup. All of it, American made, whatever, bullshit. It's just the silliness, the stupidity that Americans hold on to about what's righteous and virtuous of this country when really it's all being eroded. It's just another piece of fucking land on this earth. You're no better than any fucking one who exists anywhere else. And once we realize that, that could be American. That could be the humble feeling we need to resonate with all people, that we really are the people at the forefront seeking liberation for humanity from the elite, from the global chains that bind us all, because everybody's living in slavery and it's fucking real. And you can pretend we don't here in America, but your freedoms and your rights are being taken away every day. The Constitution was eroded back in the 90s. We are no longer living by rule of Constitution. Look it up. I mean, this stuff's all real, and it's, sorry if I sound too impassionate about it, but it's like, it is something to be impassioned with, because this is life. This is how I have to watch other people treat the innocent and the poor, and it just breaks my heart sometimes. And sometimes I have to have a meltdown rant video. So, other than that, I do want people to enjoy the holiday. Hey, you got a day off work. That's awesome, because right now you're not being a wage laborer. And that's really cool. Also something to think about, because that relates to the IRS doing fraudulent work to take income tax on your labor, which is illegal, and there is no law saying you need to pay income tax on your labor. Your labor is your time, just like farmers in the field back in the day. They didn't have to pay an income tax. That's absolutely absurd silliness. The Constitution would never allow for that. So another thing that Americans do, we think, oh, we're so free. No, no. You're in a prison for the Federal Reserve, so fuck yourself. Anyway, do it with a smile. I do want everybody to have a good 4th, and it's just another day. It's a fake holiday celebrating a day. Whatever. Enjoy it. But anyway, take care of yourselves. Leave comments below. I'm sure this video might warrant some negative comments, but can I let you all know I am on your side. This is just to give you information. It's just to have dialogue and conversation. Other people think the way I do. I am not alone. You can share your thoughts. They can differ from mine, and that's fair. Let's just try to keep it civil. And let's try to have engaged conversation where it actually moves somewhere rather than just name calling. If we can. If you can't, that's fair. I understand some people stunted immaturely. I get it. I get it. Anyway, take care of yourselves the rest of the day. Happy 4th of July. Celebrate your independence as much as you think you have. With all that being said, I'm going to scoot out of here today. Enjoy the weather like y'all are. We'll talk tomorrow. And for the land of the free and the home of the enslaved. All right, don't take offense. Calm down. It was a funny joke. Peace.